Welcome, y'all, to Men Lie, Women Lie, and All Flowers Die, the podcast. Today we're talking sex, we're drinking tequila, and might get a little crazy. Les is going to represent the class and beauty and connectivity of sex and all the positives and lovey-dovey, soft, silky shit.
And you're gonna keep it raunchy.
And no, not at all. I'm done sharing on this show.
Why?
My
Why?
stories. I think sometimes I get too personal on the show.
I don't think so.
I think
you give just the right amount.
You know
to
what's funny?
people.
I've said things on this show that I haven't said anywhere else.
I love that though.
I know, but it's actually a little scary. To be honest with you,
but
because I'm admitting things I've never admitted aloud.
Right.
But it's
when
therapeutic.
we went into it,
Yeah.
right? That's what we said.
But men lie. Hello, it's in the title.
Listen,
Nah.
but even me, right? Maybe more on the emotional side than anything else, right? I mean, people have seen me cry that never even fucking.
That wasn't
knew
a real cry though. That wasn't like a
That was like a strong
ugly cry. Nah, I need an ugly cry. Yeah.
Why you want an ugly cry?
Because that'd be the realest cries. That's you don't control those. They just happen, and then you be ugly. But there's beauty in it.
We're not gonna talk about. I can't talk about sex and cry. Like no.
You never had sex so good it made you cry?
Not because it was so good, but just like the emotional like connection and the bonds and like what was being said. I mean,
You ever had sex so good that you cried when you couldn't get it no more?
maybe.
All right, at least be honest. Goddamn. All right, so let's start with, because you represent more relationship status and I represent more single, to himself, very private and not in the streets status. Is sex, a two-part question, is sex important in a relationship? And question two, how important is sex in a relationship?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I think it depends on your relationship and the type of person that you're with.
Correct.
Right? Because there's people that are asexual. There's people that, that's just not like the main
What do you mean by
thing.
asexual?
Where like sex is just not.
It's not important.
It's not. Yeah, it's
They
not
don't
important.
need it as much.
Right.
Okay.
Right. For me,
A Latina, a spicy Latina.
Why does it have to be a Latina thing?
Because Latinas are, their reputation has been, I don't know, I don't want to say twisted, but Latinas are normally viewed as being very sexual.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not a negative thing. It's
No, it's not.
Latinas
I
are
guess.
hot. You kidding?
So yes, I mean also my love language is physical touch, which does not always mean right a sexual thing.
Correct.
But it does include sex. So yes, sex for me is very important in a relationship. It is the way that I connect with my partner. I'm also a big believer, right? And I said it earlier when we were talking, like you gotta keep your man under your skirt.
Meaning what?
Meaning like I need to keep my man satisfied because if I don't, somebody else will.
A wise man once said,
Who's this wise man?
I don't recall this wise man, but a wise man once said, before your man leaves the house, you gotta feed him and fuck him, so that he don't eat outside, literally and figuratively.
I don't cook. I'll order Uber Eats.
As long as you feed him something, feed him some.
I'll feed you something.
Feed him some nameless choach.
I'm trying to keep this classy.
My bad. Some nameless vagina. So important.
I'm about to start recording Dolly.
Dolly. Shout out to Dolly. Shout out to Luna Bright Teeth Whitening. If you need your teeth whitened, please schedule an appointment. Get it right before fall. Holidays are coming up. You're gonna be taking a lot of pictures.
I can't wait for my next session.
Yes. When you say important in a relationship, how many days out of the week?
So actually,
average.
Actually.
She got her stats.
Yes,
Let's go.
So the only reason I have my phone out, guys, is because I forgot my notebook. So I had to get a picture sent.
Very professional.
Of my. I was rushing here because I thought I was gonna be late.
I was early. Extremely.
For the first time. Anyways, so, right, one of the questions, I was reading like articles, right, to kind of like try to keep this a little more classy than anything else, right? A little more
respectable. Every time you say classy, I feel as though you're trying to subliminally say that I would keep it non-classy.
No. But, right, in my previous podcast that I had, right, all of our topics always led to some type of talk about
filth?
Sex. Oh. Yeah. And I've always kept that very private.
The sex talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
even on the podcast?
Even I mean I
didn't they call you the librarian?
Shut the fuck
up. Now we know why.
That was the name that they gave me. Yeah.
Maybe that's her name. The librarian.
Anyways, so I am very private with certain things.
You should be.
Right?
Ladies should be.
So I was like, all right, how can we talk about this without it being like
very lesbian-ish? Meaning you don't want to give your specifics.
Right. Like I want to keep it.
You want to keep it general.
Right. Yes. So.
And yet y'all expect me to go into detail about my sordid sexcapades.
Yeah.
I will not.
You are more open than I am. Like.
I will not. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Anyways.
Bring your statistics. But wait, who did they question for these statistics?
So hold on. So one of the questions in the articles was, what is a normal amount of sex?
Okay.
Right? So USA Today had said that once a week is a common baseline.
But USA Today is asking...
Hold on, let me finish. Okay? They asked from 40 to 50-year-olds, which is your age range.
So that's two.
Okay.
That's
40 to 50-year-olds.
She dissing me today.
That was the baseline.
Why are you putting my age out in public here? I was trying to keep that. Did I say that?
Yeah, you've said a few. You're like, my generation.
My young generation.
Anyways, the 20 to 30-year-olds tend to be 2 times per week, and those are people in relationships. I
have an objection.
I disagree.
Do you know why?
I can only speak for my reasoning.
Well, no, your source is...
Okay, but also WebMD had similar...
Okay, who do you think U.S. Weekly people, whatever the fuck, asked? You think they asked Joe and Les? Or you think they asked Margaret and Philip? Yeah, Margaret and Philip fucking 1 time a week. They slacking. We need to do what's it called? A poll of our peers, and then the number would climb.
So you think that if you just polled white people,
I think white people
and you polled people of color,
yes,
the number would
change drastically.
Yeah. So, all right. So hypothetically, we might have the white people answer, right? Because that's
which
where
is
we were.
2
USA Today and WebMD.
2 in the 20s and 30s, and 1 in the 40s and 50s.
So what would you think?
I think 20s and 30s, healthy, new relationship, 10 times a week.
Just relationship.
With a spicy Latina, 10 times a week. 40 to 50, 5 times a week, potentially.
That's a new relationship? All right, what about 10 years in?
For 20 to 30, all right, so now they jump up. It might go down, let's say, once a day. And then 40 to 50, it might go down to 4 times a week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if these are factual. I'm just freestyling these statistics based off experience.
But I also think, right, that depends on the type of relationship, right? Are you living together? Are there kids involved? Like, I think there's a lot of other factors that come into play.
I think sex trumps all those factors. Not saying that I think sex is more important than those factors. I think when 2 people are horny and they're in a relationship and they trying to fuck, they hiding from the kids, whatever. What you said, they live together. It don't matter where they at. They could be in the whip, in the church, in the bathroom, whatever. But what was the number you said? I guesstimated 10 times a week for 20 to 30s in a new relationship.
In a new relationship.
Because that new relationship fire be potent.
But that has to be with the assumption that you see each other daily.
Yeah, what kind of relationship you in?
No, but what do you mean? Like, if it's a new relationship, I have kids, I have a job, that might not be the case, right? I might be able to see you.
You said 20 to 30s. They have more freedom.
I'm still in my 30s.
Around.
I don't know about you, but I'm still in my 30s. Okay.
That's sub number 3, and I'm gonna let you live, but you're gonna stop dissing me shortly. No, I'm talking about shortly. I said shortly.
Oh, shortly.
I only call girls shorty after we break up and I no longer want to say their name. Then I'll refer to her as shorty.
I gotta make a mental note of that for a future episode.
Yes. But I was talking more so young, let's say 20s, pre-kids.
Okay.
You know, when you have more freedom
you have
to
more
move
freedom.
around.
All right.
Yeah.
So what about, most of our listeners, if you look at like our insights and stuff like that, are within like our age frame, which most likely will have children. A new relationship with kids involved, with work, careers, all of that. What would be the number?
Again, guys, this is pure freestyle off the dome. I have no statistical research, but I would assume at least 3 to 4 times a week. I feel as though if y'all are truly attracted to each other and enjoy each other's company and enjoy having sex with each other, you will find ways around the kids and the work.
I agree with that.
Listen, mad people have gone to work tired from fucking because they had a choice, like sleep and go to work happy or fuck and just survive tomorrow, however. And a lot of them went with this. So like,
no, yeah.
When there's ways around shit, bro. And when y'all are really into it, y'all gotta make it happen.
I just want to make sure, right? Because you're saying, 10 times a week. There's no possible way.
No.
10 times a week. If I'm not living with someone, it's different if we're living together.
Well, that's different,
right?
Yeah. That's a new relationship, living together. But damn, how are you in a relationship living together so quickly? But then I've moved girls in within 2 weeks, so it shit happens, bro. I'm a lover. I love them all. That'd be the problem. Anyway, back to sex. Check your notes.
Check my notes?
Yeah.
Also, did you know that if men, on an average, right? Now, this is not saying if you go a few months.
Who's your source?
WebMD. Hold on, but listen to this. This might help you guys, okay? So.
Who's you guys and who needs help? Me and Silvio are rocking just fine.
Silvio, we need to get back to that. Okay, so hold on. So WebMD says, right, medically, if men on an average do not have sex at least twice a week, it can affect their health, right? It can cause erectile dysfunction.
All right, so there's another study that says there's a trend right now of men not ejaculating to keep their life force within them and kind of allow it to strengthen and build them. So there's conflicting theories there.
Where'd you get that?
Probably Twitter.
Okay.
I mean, you got it from WebMD. There's not much difference. Yeah. WebMD is not doctors per se.
No, but Twitter?
There's doctors on Twitter.
Yeah, there's doctors on WebMD.
I feel as though there's not.
On WebMD than there's on Twitter.
I feel as though a random schmo made WebMD.
How about this?
Go ahead.
If it didn't come from TikTok, it's not 100% because I love TikTok.
I get all my food from TikTok. My recipes at my restaurants.
TikTok is the shit.
Shout out to Casadera.
I learned that shit from TikTok.
All right, so now you're in a relationship. You're having sex 10 times a week. Hold on. The relationship continues going. The sex slows down because it naturally does. Life gets in the way and too much of anything is not good, right? You get tired of it. Let's say the sex has slowed down. The fire is diminishing a little. How do we reignite that fire?
It can't. So I'm gonna go back to one thing that you're tired of hearing.
Consistency. Woo, we need like a bell, yo. I need a bell right here, the consistency bell.
What happens if we start out at 10 times a week and then you start to
all right, so this is what happens, right? You start out at 20.
Then I'm like,
but hold on. You start the relationship, we started out early 20s and 30s, right? Pre-kids. Y'all fucking 10 times a week, you're gonna have some kids. So now the kids come in. Life, career, work, parenting slows shit down. Not that y'all are any less attracted to each other or any less in love with each other. Not that love and sex are connected, but a conversation for another time. So y'all slow down.
I think they are.
No, they are not.
I think they are.
I vehemently disagree with you.
That's one of my love languages is physical touch. So the way I express love and need to receive love is through physical touch, and not always is it something sexual.
All right, but I'm talking about sex. Pure, unadulterated sex does not need to include love. In fact, it often does not.
Well, I mentioned earlier, as I get older, I feel like
I'm not gonna say she's getting older.
Listen, I acknowledge that.
I'm not saying that shit.
I'm like fine wine. Okay.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
So as you get older,
you gotta drink before you. Okay. So as I get older, I feel like I have become, and I'm not sure. So if anybody knows like more about this, please let me know, because this is something new that's like I've uncovered, and I'm like, yeah, I could kind of.
But did you research it?
I did.
What did WebMD say?
I did. So demisexual, right, is someone that will only have a sexual attraction to someone once they've had an emotional connection, where normally it's you build an emotional connection to someone after you've had sex.
Did WebMD have an opposite for demisexual?
I don't know. I didn't do that much research. But
okay.
I mean, this has been like, it's been a while.
I'm gonna let y'all in on a bit of a secret here.
Kind of like researching, right? Where I've had sex with people, right, where there was no emotional connection. I did not enjoy it.
So that's the difference. I think that's more so a difference between men and women. I don't think it's personal to you.
I don't know.
I think women relate sex to more of an emotional connection.
Listen, I think you're underestimating women, because I know plenty of women.
Are they your
right?
friends?
That's none of your business. So
DM at men lie, women lie.
Don't, because when you
die.
FYI, when you DM the podcast, you don't know if you're getting a response from me, from him, from Dolly. You don't know who's going to respond.
At money_burns with a Z for research purposes only. Les's friends. I just want to know who she hanging out with to make sure she good.
I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about.
You were talking about that your friends don't need to have a connection for sex, and I was trying to state.
I didn't say my friends. I said there are women. Let's clarify, right?
That you know.
There are women, yes, that I know that
they follow you.
They just enjoy sex. Yo.
Do they follow you? It's an innocent ass question.
I'm not even gonna tell you, because you be in my DMs about the girls that follow me.
I do not. I was once. But she had commented on me first, so I was just asking who was that, so I can avoid her and stay safe.
Yeah. Anyways, listen.
The point I was trying to make is that a man can have sex with a woman today and never speak to her again.
Okay, but that's not what we're talking about, right? What we're talking about is enjoying the actual act of sex.
A man will
so there are women, plenty of women, right, that they just enjoy sex. Like, if a man can hit the spot, he can hit the spot, and they enjoy it.
With no emotional connection.
With no emotional connection.
And no
nothing.
Strings
attached. They're just in the moment. I, on the other hand.
No, I know you.
All right. So I, on the other hand, I can have sex with someone that, maybe I've been talking to or whatever. And just because that emotional connection is not there.
You won't enjoy it.
I'm just like, is it over?
But I feel and I could be wrong, because times are changing and women are evolving and becoming a lot more free and expressive. I feel that growing up, society society made it seem as though women, in general, or most, needed to have an emotional connection in order to have and enjoy sex, where men didn't even need to know shorty's name to get their nut off, and they would enjoy it. Not saying that's right or wrong, you know, because whatever, your opinion is your opinion. That was just how society made it seem. Now, things are changing, and actually, it's 2023. I think the girls probably do be having less the connection, and the guys be more bitched out, crying and shit.
But I also think, like, when I meet someone, right, even if there's a physical, because there's a difference, right, between physical connection and sexual connection, right? I might be physically attracted to you, but I'm not like, damn, I want to fucking rip off his pants. And like, you know?
How many guys have fucked up their chance at sex by saying stupid shit?
A lot.
And now we're talking Mama Les, like.
Yeah.
A lot, plenty.
A lot.
All right, fellas, watch what y'all say, bro. Y'all fucking up the meal.
But for me to really be like, damn, like, I'd hit it, right? I mean, I don't even know. That doesn't even sound right.
It doesn't, and that's why I laugh.
But, right, for me to even, like, have that thought, we had to have had, like, a deep connection. And that doesn't happen, like, one time. Like, that has to be, like, I've known you over time. I've known you, like, I've built that. Right. So I think now.
Trust too?
Now, I mean, I think.
Included in that emotional connection?
I think when you have sex with someone.
No, before you have sex.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of an emotional bond with someone, right? You trust them.
Yes.
So for me to fully enjoy, I'm not saying that I wouldn't, right? And this might even come off the wrong way, right? Doesn't mean that I wouldn't go and just hook up with somebody. That's not what I'm saying, right?
You should not say that. We have to hold you above.
I'm
and
just
beyond.
saying, no, but listen, like, I'm being realistic, right? That's not what I'm trying to say, right? What I'm trying to say is that for me to enjoy it and be like, wow, it has to be somebody that I have. It has to be deeper than that.
Deeper emotionally,
right? It has to be an emotional connection, not just.
No, I'm being serious, because.
Not just size, not just. I mean, there's more to it than just size.
Well, I work with a lot of women. I work in an office surrounded by women, and they have some very explicit conversations. Surprisingly explicit. Y'all ladies on some other shit, yo. And come to find out, size is not always a positive, right? Sometimes it can be too big, and they don't enjoy it. So, fellas, y'all gotta learn these things. And
what is that saying? It's not the size of the boat,
it's the motion in the ocean. Yeah.
Another thing is, right, like, foreplay is huge for a lot of women.
Foreplay should be huge for a lot of men.
I don't know, I can't speak for men, but for a lot of women, right, foreplay, like, if you just go right into the act,
you gotta preheat the oven, guys. You can't just throw the sausage in the oven and it's cold and things just gonna cook right. You gotta preheat the oven.
I mean, with the air fryers nowadays.
I love my air fryer, yo. I make everything in the air fryer. If y'all never had empanadas in an air fryer, fuck with it. Uncle Joe recipe.
Now with air fryers, you could just throw shit in frozen.
Yeah. I love. So, but girls don't got the air fryer vagina. They got, you know, the luxury oven vagina. Anyway, foreplay, guys. Listen, yo, y'all gotta. And I don't want to sound vulgar and use ugly words, right? You have to perform conolingus on your lady, right?
Conolingus?
Conolingus. That's the appropriate word for oral sex on a woman. Fellatio for men.
Okay.
Conolingus for women.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Uncle Joe taught me something.
Y'all gotta do it, bro. There's vitamins and shit in there. Babies grow in there. Nowhere else in the world do babies grow. There's minerals and vitamins in there that are not available anywhere else. They are only created by goddesses. So y'all gotta stick your whole head in there and slurp it up like a slushie from 7-Eleven. Yes. Okay, moving.
This is why I need to record Dolly. Exactly why I need to record her.
All right. You don't have to answer this question.
All right.
But a question that I would like to present to the audience, please feel free to answer it in the comments, is have you ever had sex on the first date? Not a one-night stand, not that you meet somebody in a club or whatever and y'all go fuck. A date, y'all go out on a date, and then at the end of the date, y'all have sex. And two-part question again. Has that ever led to a relationship?
Yes, and not a relationship, but something a little long-term. Right, where it was more of a...
Like a sexual relationship?
No, it was a little more than that. It
but
just
not
wasn't like we sat down and we were like, because for me...
Yeah, you have to have a meeting and
we have to be like,
a notary.
We are exclusive, right? Because that is...
That is the Mama Les way.
Right. So, yes and yes.
Okay,
back in my 20s.
So the reason I asked it, I'm sure, I know you are a lady. The reason I asked this is because, again, I guess growing up, it was always taught to us, and mind you, most of our lessons about sex probably came from older dudes in the hood or whatever, in the park, My dad never really had the sex talk with me, so I learned sex from the homies.
No birds and the bees?
Nah, not at all. My mom had that talk with me when she got called into the school when I was 13 because I had sex and the whole school found out.
In the school?
No, not in the school.
So how the fuck did the school find out?
I guess Shorty told the guidance counselor or something, and my mom got called in and she riffed at me, and my dad was like, "Yeah, you're the man." And I'm like, "Yo."
Parents find out?
Mixed. I don't know.
Shorty. I don't know
Shorty.
who you are.
It's not Shorty. Shorty.
What
Take the R out, replace it with a W.
Shorty.
Just Shorty. Yeah. So then my mom had to talk with me. And
Shorty, I don't know who you are, but hit me up in the DMs because I need to find out.
What are you trying to find out?
I need to, how did the school find out?
She told the guidance counselor.
Oh, I thought you just assumed.
No. The guidance counselor then called me in and asked me questions. And then called my mom. And then my mom yelled at me in number 4 park, 13 years old.
Shit.
And then she had to talk with me, my mom. But the talk was more so, I'm too young to be a grandma. So don't be bringing no grandkids home.
That was her mom? Or
no, my mom. To me.
Well,
that was the talk.
What was her mom's conversation?
Les, I wasn't even her boyfriend or nothing. I don't have no idea if she even had a mom.
Okay, so then that's why I need to know.
I don't know. I'm sure somewhere her mom
Listen,
was.
I have a child that's about to be 11. I didn't have those issues with my older one, but I think with my younger one, I might. So I need to know.
And it's so much easier now, y'all. Let me let y'all in on another secret.
DM me.
Yo, we couldn't get pictures of shorties at all. If you was talking to a girl and you be like, "Yo, let me get a picture," she might hit you with a baby picture. Like, "Yo, here, save it." Or a graduation picture. Here, save it. For real. Now y'all youngins be like, "Yo, send me a picture, Snapchat, whatever." It be mad nudes or whatever. Y'all live luxurious and easy. Don't look at me.
True. I look through my kids' phones. They don't have that.
Not yet.
And if somebody asks me for a pic, that's what I'm sending.
The baby pic?
Yeah. Wasn't I cute?
Yo, you, Mama Les, you're classy as fuck, yo. I love it, yes. Girls, ladies, women, shorties, don't send me no fucking baby pic, please. I'll dub you and block you.
Who are you asking for pics?
I don't ask anybody for pics. It's very, it's kind of gross, yo, for a guy to ask a girl for pics. If a girl wants to send you pics, she's gonna send them to you. You don't have to ask her for them.
Aren't those unsolicited? Didn't we have this conversation?
If you're talking to her and the vibe is proper.
Well, we had this conversation, so is that a double standard?
How is that a double standard?
Because if a guy, even if you're talking to him and sends you
then it is, yes,
right?
Yes, it is.
With
unsolicited, y'all might get offended.
It's like, ooh, I didn't ask you for that.
Right.
But if a
for
female...
dudes, because Twitter studies show that women are immediately turned off when a man asks them for pictures. So true gentleman would never ask a lady for a picture. She would voluntarily send it to him. Okay. And if she's a true lady, she'll ask him first. Hey, would you? Are you capable of receiving this picture right now? Are you physically and emotionally ready for this? Oh. And a gentleman will say, yes, young lady, or yes, ma'am. I don't know. Okay. And then you get it. And then it's lit.
That what men would say to women as well? Like, are you in the right
a gentleman would
receive this picture,
this dick pic, in a nice way?
I have yet to meet
what do you think,
a gentleman then.
Well, sorry, you're dating the wrong dude. You're looking in the shallow side of the pool.
Cheers to that.
How'd my cup get?
I don't know.
Cheers to that. While we're on double standards, though, I want to get to 2 double standards.
That's not the
related
topic.
To sex. It's related to sex. Double standard number 1. Why is a woman allowed to have 17 dildos ranging in size from 6 to 12? And goddamn, the rose, y'all owe me a check because I have sold 20 of the roses for y'all already. I promote the fuck out of it, and y'all owe me a check. Holla at your boy. Y'all allowed to have the rose, the snake, the tornado, the volcano, the dildos, all that shit. Chilling. Nobody says nothing. Y'all can have it all. A man, not me, but a man, lit, buys 1 pocket pussy. Google and y'all all start dissing him, making fun of him and shit like, oh, this nigga, whatever, blah, blah. Why is that?
Sorry, you have what?
A dude buys a pocket pussy or a sex doll, and he gets made fun of. But the girls could have the 17 joints hanging from the walls and shit, spinning on the ceiling fan, and nobody could say nothing.
I mean, you can say something, but...
But it's like weird. Why? How does that double standard exist? And why do
I mean, it's just like the double standard of you can fuck 100 girls and...
You made this double standard acceptable. I never agreed to it. And if society has, I cannot be blamed for it.
I'm a hoe. If you have 100 girls, you're the fucking man.
That's subjective. Subjective. Depends who's judging you.
So if you're dating a girl, and mind you, I think...
Never in my life, no. You got 100 bodies? Go that way, please.
I think, right, like, at least at our age, I feel like people don't even talk about that, right? Like, how many bodies did you have? Like, who asked that, right?
I don't think that's an appropriate question.
Who the fuck cares? Number one...
Well, niggas care.
Listen, it's a different story if you know she's a hoe because she's a hoe from around the way.
But what if she's a hoe on the low? And around the way, and she fucked half the hood, but you don't know because she's on the low.
What makes her a hoe?
That she fucked half the hood.
But that don't make
That's
you
the
a
double
hoe?
standard. I never said that. I might just be a man whore. Not me either. Stop trying to bring it to me specifically, because I'm actually a virgin.
I need to refill my cup.
I can't be a reborn again virgin? White girls could do that and delete the wholeness. Shout out to Drea. I love you. Go ahead.
She's hot.
I love Drea. Damn. I don't care if she don't cook for her kid, if she leaves him home alone for a week.
I don't know about
Drea,
any of
I don't
that,
care
but
about
her body
none of
is
that.
sick. She's like goals.
Yeah.
To me. Like I go to the gym and I'm like,
Drea, if you're watching.
Drea.
At money_burns.
I'm just kidding.
What a hater!
I'm just kidding.
What were we talking about? The double standards. Oh, so if Shorty's a hoe, not a publicly known hoe, but still, it happened.
And like, your definition of a hoe
I
might
never
be
defined
different.
it.
I'm not saying you. Okay, Dolly's definition of a hoe might be different than my definition of a hoe.
Correct.
Right? So it's also
That's
very
why I said
subjective.
it's subjective. Yeah. So some guys wouldn't care at all, and some guys, 2 bodies is too much. So it all depends. Let's get to double standard number 2. How come ladies can get away with being too tired for sex? Oh, I'm too tired. I had a long day. I took care of the kids. I cooked dinner. I washed clothes. Blah, 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 blah.
I think you just answered your own question. They just cooked dinner, took care of the kids, washed clothes.
All right, but
you came home to a hot meal.
Wait.
You know?
Double standard. How come a man can't say he's tired? He went to work. He might have picked up the kids, took them to softball practice, whatever, sports, came back, brought groceries, whatever. And now he's too tired to have sex. And you try to, throw it on him, and he tells you, nah, babe, I'm tired. I had a long day. Now he's a bitch-ass nigga, sucker nigga, duck nigga, all this shit.
I don't know who you be fucking with. That.
Oh, I don't be tired. Sorry, first of all.
That.
So.
I'm a big believer, right, that in a relationship, you have to make the time for it. Doesn't matter how tired you are, that's not an excuse. Okay. You have to, right? Even if it's just like a freaking quick side, quickie or whatever, right? You have to please your man, and vice versa. So I can't really speak to that because
fellas,
I don't know.
If y'all ever went through that, DM please.
Yes.
I need to hear from other fellas.
And ladies
and
too,
ladies
right?
also.
I feel like. I mean, I can only assume that a woman might do that if she's not feeling appreciated, right? Because again, we're also very emotional beings, right?
But not saying that. Just saying you're just tired. You just had a long day. He loves you. He treats you like a queen. He makes you feel appreciated. All that shit. You're just tired.
Then there might be something lacking in the relationship, right? Because you're never too tired. If you still if that man is walking in and appreciating what you're doing day in and day out and treats you like a queen, there is no reason why you're not dropping your panties the moment he walks in that door.
Ladies, write that down, yo. Take notes, please.
I'm just saying, now, if you're not, then there's, I
that's
think, and I could be wrong,
that's
right? Then maybe there's something, right, that you're not feeling appreciated, right? Maybe it could be your man works and you're a stay-at-home wife, and maybe your man doesn't appreciate that you're taking care of the kids, right? Because it's a little hard sometimes when you're at work to then come home and acknowledge the person that's been home all day, right? But you don't think about what being home all day means.
Correct.
Right? So if you don't, if
it's not easy,
a woman feels like they're
yeah.
being taken for granted and not appreciated, I could see them not, like, fuck
well, I
that,
think
a
woman will turn down sex for a multitude of reasons, including not being appreciated.
Also, if we're going through some shit,
fighting.
If we're going through some shit and I just found out you're cheating on me, guess what? Yeah, no, I'm not fucking having sex with you.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
I mean,
I can't say that.
Right?
But
so
yes, duh, yes.
I think it depends on the situation. But yeah, if you just fucking cheat on me, guess what? No, I don't want to fucking have sex with you.
You don't want to call her over and see who's better? Little competition?
No, I'm not fucking competing for anybody.
Olympics,
no.
I'm just checking.
And listen, if you could take my man, guess what? You can have him.
I'm just asking.
I can't with you.
What turns you off? Or not you specifically, ladies, and you're speaking for all ladies today. What would turn a lady off? Other than the obvious, if the homeboy comes and he stinks and he got bad hygiene, duh. But like something I may not think of.
I think very quiet sex is a turn off for me.
Okay.
Right. I know some women may think that like the noises guys make might be a little weird.
It's weird for guys to make noise. Speaking for men.
I like that shit. Because to me, that's just like, all right, I'm doing something right.
We're not quick to moan. I think,
I beg to differ.
I don't know. I'm more quiet. Carry on. Quiet sex. What else? All right. So to be transparent, I used to be a very quiet sexer, and as I've become more experienced, I've become more vocal.
Yeah, I mean,
But I still don't be on some moany shit.
No, but you can tell, right, when a guy is like enjoying. If somebody's just like mute. Throughout the whole thing, it to me, right? And I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Tell me, let me know. If
who's gonna tell you?
The ladies.
How are they gonna tell you if you're doing something wrong?
Because maybe they've had guys that used to be mute.
How are they gonna tell you if you doing something wrong? They not fucking you.
No, but maybe they're like, hey, listen, I used to be in that situation. Why don't you try this?
Why don't you try some sparklers and shit and some
New
Year's poppers?
Like, listen, I think number one thing is, especially if you're in a relationship, communicate what turns you on and what turns you off.
Okay.
Right? Like, hey babe, I know you tried that last night, but guess what? That don't work for me.
That wasn't doing
that wasn't doing anything for me, right? Or I don't know what the fuck, where you learned that shit, but that needs to
that was
add
that to the repertoire.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Now I lost my train of thought.
You were saying turn-offs. Number one is quiet.
Yeah,
sex.
like I feel like if they're too quiet, then it's like I don't.
Can he be too noisy?
No. I mean, I would think so, right? Like, especially if it's like weird noises, like you're just
if he's like
are you
Arsenio Hall, ooh, ooh, ooh,
yeah, you're like.
Don't do that in the bedroom, guys. Don't do that.
I'm sure it can be where it's like.
If you start talking some wild
shit. Is
he
okay? Like.
If you start freestyling, but about the experience and how good it is.
What would you freestyle?
I don't know. I'm not a rapper, Les.
You're so into music. You relate everything back to music.
No, I don't have one for this one. All I can think of is Slick Rick, but it's not. He says something different. He says he opened up the vagina, spread it with my thumbs. I saw crabs with spears and Indian drums. My bad. Yeah. Classic Slick Rick. Go check it out. No, I don't know. I have nothing for that one. But maybe he's just, yeah, there's some good ass.
Yeah, I mean, I
might drop some cash.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't rap.
If somebody said that, I'd be like.
What if he just started dropping some cash on that ass?
I mean, I'm
just kidding. Different.
Kidding, not kidding.
All right. Hit me with another turn off besides the quiet sex. And the bad hygiene. Bad hygiene is automatically on the list.
I would just say no foreplay.
No
right?
foreplay.
Like just going right in.
Okay.
Right, and I think for some women that might be okay. I think
depending on the situation.
I think some women, if they have that sexual attraction with someone, and I think there's people that actually do have that, right, where it's just like, fuck, like I see this person, I just want to rip off your clothes, right? Mm-hmm. I think some people are capable of having that, and I think that wouldn't be a problem. I think for other people, I think the majority of people, it would be, you need to have foreplay.
Well, foreplay, depending on the individuals, can also be like verbal. Like, what was it that you said this morning? What was it that you said earlier? A person who gets turned on mentally?
Oh, sapiosexual?
So like, a good texter would turn them on.
No, so an intelligent person is what turns them on.
Well, an intelligent texter.
Right. I mean, I don't know if it's text or I guess just intelligent conversation is what turns them on. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
So let's say you're out with a sapiosexual at a cafe and y'all are talking, but your spit game is immaculate and your verbiage is just pimp. She's gonna already be, stimulated and excited, and so the foreplay is. Our show producer is having a blast today. So the foreplay was more mental.
Yeah.
So if y'all in a cafe or whatever and y'all sneak to the bathroom, y'all may not have the time for the foreplay, but because she's sapiosexual, the foreplay has already occurred.
Yeah, no, it could.
So I think it's dependent on the situation. Also, if y'all in a restaurant and y'all say, let's go to the bathroom for a quickie, you may not have time for the foreplay.
Right, but I think before that, it's built up enough, right? It might be the conversation, it might be...
Or the under the table action.
Or, you never know. You never
All right, so
know.
From turn-offs, and you don't have to be specific to Mama Les, what are some things that would turn women on in relation to men? Sexually, of course. For example, for men, and I'm speaking for me, lingerie and heels, that will automatically do it. And it can be one or the other, but if you have both together, it's like peanut butter and jelly. That shit never fails. So what's the equivalent of that to men? Because we don't have men lingerie. Although Fenty put some shit out, But come on, guys. If y'all rocking the fancy lingerie, y'all bugging. If you got the little elephant sock on your shit and make it go, "Arr!" It might be lit. I don't know. I don't know. Some girls might like the elephants.
I mean, elephant sock would probably be a turn off to me.
Even if it goes, "Arr!"
Even if it goes, "Arr!"
What if it starts flying like Dumbo? You'll be impressed by that shit.
Anyways, damn, a turn off.
No,
turn on. I mean, it would honestly just have to be the opposite of my turn offs, right? Like.
But your turn offs were a quiet sexer, so
okay.
a loud sexer,
I like
a verbal sexer?
Yes, I like, and I think maybe I like it because I'm a little more. If I'm not 100% comfortable with you, right? I mean, number one, I shouldn't be having sex with you, right? Correct. But if I am, right, I'm a little more reserved.
I would assume, yes.
In order for me to open up, I have to be 100% comfortable with you. But I do enjoy having the person that I'm having intercourse with, right, showing me that they are enjoying it. Right? And
right.
A lot of that is like moans and words and
is a
whatever.
Grunt acceptable as a moan substitute?
A grunt like what?
Like Rick Ross, Nah, I don't know. Just, yo, fellas, I don't know. And fellas, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, please. A dude moaning is unnatural.
No, but I mean, I don't think it's unnatural. I think a man can moan, a man can say words,
right? Words, of course, yeah.
I like...
You don't have to get specific to Mama Les. You can keep it general to women. Women like...
You know, women like a little aggressiveness, right? Like the hair pulling.
And the talking shit?
Maybe a little choking or like...
Yo, Mama Les. I had you on a pedestal, bruh.
I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking for all women.
True.
Remember that.
Fellas very much enjoy the choking and the talking shit and the smacking ass. And
eye contact.
Smacking the titties.
Huge. I will tell you, eye contact is huge for me. Everything else, I was just speaking in general, right? But eye contact, absolutely. Guess what?
So you be looking back like that?
Everything. Guess what? If it's foreplay, I want eye contact both ways, right? Eye contact is a turn on.
Fair. I don't know, guys. Guys like eye contact when they're getting head.
Okay, and so do women.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah, I guess.
Tony, I can't with you today. Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to think what would turn men off, because men... yo, you'd be surprised, yo. Brothers, all right, so I don't think ladies know about this, so I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret, right? There's something called the lust demon, right? And it invades a man's soul. And it's what tells him, like, yo, you need to bust this nut, you need to get some ass. It tells you need to bust a nut. If you get some ass or you self-pleasure, whatever, it don't matter. But the little lust demon is telling you need to get a nut off. Once that nut comes out, well, first of all, niggas would do anything to get that nut. So Dolly had said smelly pussy would stop a brother. There's plenty of dudes that have smashed some stank pussy because of the lust demon. But once you bust that nut and the lust demon is expelled from your soul and your body, yo, niggas be disgusted with themselves. I'm not talking from experience on this one. Yo, I'm not talking about me anymore on this show. No, I'm not gonna say I couldn't, because the lust demon is powerful. The lust demon and the sleep monster, they're related and they're both undefeated. But fellas, that's why I'm struggling to think of something that may turn a guy off, because when the lust demon is in you, fellas, don't give a shit. This is the craziest episode. In between, you got a peas and the lust demon. Ay.
I'm gonna be so bad.
I'm trying to think what would turn a guy off. Y'all are terrible. You know what? You know what stopped me from busting a nut once? I swear to God. Welcome to my world, guys. This is Men Lie, Women Lie, and On Flowers Die, the podcast. I'm surrounded by women who've been drinking.
I love Dolly.
Send me prayers and love, please.
Oh shit, Toddy.
I'm gonna hit y'all with some more turn-ons. I said lingerie and heels. That's a fact. That's a go.
You know what? I have to say the heels. Yes. I had someone where it's like, you know, keep on your heels, right? And I had some sexy ass heels, and I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yes, that's a go. That's a go.
It is a turn on to me too.
That is a go. Women.
I get to see my sexy ass heels.
Feet. Get your feet done. Feet. They're. Yo, with the fire red toes.
Match my nails.
Waxing is cool, but how can I put this, yo? When you're hungry, you gonna eat, yo. It don't matter. if it's a little furry, a little fur burger never kill nobody, yo. That shit popping. Yeah, that shit good for you. Women fresh out of the shower, yo. That is so fire. When they put on their 7 lotions, their hair smells like coconuts and tropical beaches and shit. They're soft as fuck and warm and like silky because they have all these lotions and oils and serums and whatever the fuck else y'all be putting on that men don't know about. Yo, that is popping, yo. When y'all smell tropical like that, that's popping. That's a turn on even non-sexually. Like if you're just... I mean,
I think even for a female, a man that smells good.
I know, but
like, I love
we
that
don't
shit.
smell like y'all out the shower. Like we might... They can hear you. We might smell fresh and clean, but y'all be smelling tropical and delicious like a damn pina colada in human form and shit.
Okay. I mean, no, listen, there's guys that, you know, put on their lotion that smell like...
Oh, I know.
Like
I have 7 body
manly,
butters on my dresser right now. Yeah.
Man, and it's just like...
Yeah. You have to moisture... Guys, y'all gotta moisturize, bro. Y'all going out in the sun every day. Put some moisture on. Kiehl sells a good moisturizer. Just put it on in the morning. Here, right here, and here, right here, and you're good to go. Lotion, put on some lotion. If you get some body butter, that's what's up. It's good. It makes you feel good. I missed that one.
So
there was another one.
So our show manager,
who's wilding,
has mentioned, right, the circumcised and uncircumcised.
That's for y'all to talk about.
That,
is that a turn on or a turn off? Y'all want the anteater?
To me, honestly, I don't think it's made a difference.
I can only speak for one side. And I'm not going to tell y'all.
All right,
the
whatever.
Side.
Anyways, next topic.
I'm going to keep it private.
So, how...
But wait, so to ladies, it doesn't matter. I think to some it does.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like that one might be split 50-50. To some it does, to some it doesn't.
To myself,
it don't matter. Turtleneck, no turtleneck, you good.
It hasn't made a huge difference.
So. Fellas, shoot your shot, yo. Kobe. That face. What else? I'm trying to think of another one because I had 3 coming over here.
What about size?
You're asking me?
I'm saying, do you guys think about that? Like,
if I was a stripper, they would call me tripod. A girl's vagina?
Tighter, not tighter.
Vaginas are like vaginas. Vaginas are like flowers, yo. They come in different shapes and varieties and colors and different petals, and they're all beautiful. Every flower is beautiful. Somebody's gonna love it. And now as for men size, yo, I don't know. Not the size of the boat, the motion in the ocean. It doesn't have to be big. If you got the little 2-inch pumper, get the cock sleeve. It's available. I don't know.
What are you talking about right now?
What? Y'all talking about size. Not all men are blessed with size and girth and thickness. So some brothers gotta get their little cock sleeve. It's like
I can't.
I don't know, it's gonna help. It's like a triple fat goose in the winter. It makes you look bigger and stronger and shit. I don't fucking know. I know what y'all talking about. I'm just trying to keep the show going here.
I can't.
Les gotta pee. Dolly's over here picturing penises and shit.
You need to go.
Men lie, all women lie. All women do lie. Men lie, women lie.
Wait.
All flowers die. The podcast.
No, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. Oh, we're bringing in Dolly. No, Dolly.
We're bringing Dolly in.
I don't know.
She don't want to. She got a mustache.
No, she's fine.
She said she got a mustache.
What do you want to tell me?
I didn't want to tell you shit. That was Les. Guys, I want y'all to meet Dolly. She's our show manager. She's also the show producer. If y'all want to be on the show, holla at her. She's gonna walk Les to the bathroom. I'm gonna sign off. Men lie, all women lie, and all flowers die. The podcast, Uncle Joe, Mama Les, and Dolly, Luna Bright Teeth Whitening. Go have sex, have fun, and we out.